Yeah. Party people, let me see you now. Throw your hands up, yeah. We got the good rhymes, we're making the good times. We're taking over your mind and we're getting the good vibes. Now you're telling me don't stop the melody. Good times ahead of me, yeah. We got the good rhymes, we're making the good times. We're taking over your mind and we're getting the good vibes. Now you're telling me don't stop the melody. Good times ahead of me, yeah. We got the yeah. Party people, let me see you now. Throw your hands up. We got the good rhymes, we're making the good times. We're taking over your mind and we're getting the good vibes. Now you're telling me don't stop the melody. Good times ahead of me, yeah. We got the good rhymes, we're making the good times. We're taking over your mind and we're getting the good vibes. Now you're telling me don't stop the melody. Good times ahead of me, yeah. We got the good rhymes, we're making the good times. We're taking over your mind and we're getting the good vibes. Now you're telling me don't stop the melody. Good times ahead of me, yeah. We got the good rhymes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. It is 6/9/2026. Did I find a babysitter for Tuesdays? No, I didn't. That's why I'm so early. Actually, I'm going to be early today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So Tuesday and Thursdays is going to be at 8:30 a.m. Central because I don't have a babysitter, so I have to stream when my son goes to school in the morning for June, and then we'll figure out what's going on in July. So Tuesdays and Thursdays will be early. Wednesdays is early this week because our babysitter has school stuff because she will be going to college. So with that being said, hello everyone. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hello, everyone on Replay Crew. We're just going to get right into it today. So we had yesterday where we talked about how Michael Marraccini was with Laura Owens. She had claimed that she got a surgical abortion. I believe it happened that she got, let's see, oh my God. I just got a text from Max's teacher, from Moose's teacher. Hi, this is Max's teacher. Nothing urgent. Everyone is fine. He somehow found more gum and got it attached to his knee. We tried to get it off as much as we could. If you were here 2 weeks ago, you would know that I had to shave my son's head to his scalp because he shoved gum in his hair so far down to the scalp that I couldn't get it off. The fact that I have to keep prying stranger gum from my child was not on my bingo card for having children. Okay? I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Sorry, but it is. No, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. But it's also disgusting. My son finds stranger gum and attaches it to himself. Ugh. Hi, Rumstone. Hello. Oh, stranger gum is the worst. Hello, everyone. It's so funny because we were having a party at the house. I'll stop giving him gum. Do you think he finds it funny? I think it's a sensory thing, honestly. I think he gets it and he's just like, it's gum. So he just attaches it. Whatever. We were having a party and somebody came up to me, somebody who was relatively new to my son. And she goes, hey, he was eating M&Ms in the dirt. So he has dirt all over his mouth. And I just looked at them and I go, okay. And she was like, I thought you should know. And I'm like, we're lucky there were M&Ms in the dirt. Call me when he's eating dog shit. Like, it just, oh my God. I don't know about gum, but if you ever get a lot of Vaseline in your hair and it goes dry, when you need to wash it with washing up liquid dish soap, shampoo doesn't work. Hound servant, I'm going to need more context for this story on why you have an abundance of Vaseline in your hair. I always tell my now adult kids that somehow it feels worse to get called by a teacher or principal as a parent than as a child. I'll save that for later, he says. I'm so sorry. I had a teacher who'd make us put on our nose if caught, so I sacrificed a chunk of my hair instead. Well, what else do you do with stranger gum? My flavor of tism cannot stand the texture of gum. I sat in it once when I was young and freaked the heck out. At least he doesn't eat it. No, he does eat it. He does. He does. I'm you know what? I'm not sure it wasn't chewed before he attached it to himself. You know what? I just love that the teachers send me a text and they're like, hey, nobody's dead, but listen. Can I just have a normal day? God, you guys, I got up this morning with like an extra pep in my step because I got a full night of sleep last night. My son slept through the night. That's right. He went to bed at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and he got up at about 5:36. These are normal times, friends. The night before, he got up at 12:48 a.m. So we're good. We're good. He eats it. I'm out. Hi, Megan. Hi, Kenny. Hi, Marcy. Hi, Deb. Elgic Good and Mr. Pike are here. Mods of the universe. All right. Well, this is our day. Blast horn. Apparently not. Way to go, Prince Pulled Pork. The joys of parenthood. Sleep is our friend. So when I played rugby, if you had said something stupid during a game, you would receive hairstyling by the Vast God. What else could it be? We also had a bitter prick to drink from. I believe prick in England and prick in US are very different. What's a prick for you? Because I can tell you what a prick is for us. Normal day with kids. I'm here. Oldest woke us up with an ear. Oh, no. I hope they feel better. Jacob. Hi. So this is your reward for getting a full night of sleep. Can't I just have a normal day? The plea of every parent ever. I'm lucky my friends love me when they say this. I fail to hide my glee at being the only childless one. My favorite teacher text was the whole class has lice text. We got a paper. It was like 2 days. Oh, no. It was the first full day of school that I sent him this past year. His class came back with a thing that somebody had a hand, foot, and mouth. So there's that. Best immune system for him. He's pretty good. He is pretty good. Could be worse. He could be picking it up from under the desk. Michelle, he's picking it up from the street. Okay, so, all right, back to where we came from. Oh my God. Started at the top. Go to trial. Hi, Perjet, home to trial. Hi, Hellville, go to trial. Laura Owens, you can do it. Do it. We believe you. Give some context. Tell your story. Yeah, we love you. Those men are wrong. Justice for the babies. Show us the twins. Don't go to prison. Go to trial. Tell your story. 'Cause we believe you. We'll read your blogs. You should write another one right now. Me and Bruce have been singing this all morning. You have this shirt? I got this from the man himself. Let me show you. If you guys know who Svengoolie is, I got this from him himself. He gave it to me because we're friends. Oh, here. Ah. Yes. Svengoolie! You don't sound crazy. Okay. Anyways. Yes. For no more gum. That's yes. Yes. My favorite tune. I do have a somebody asked me to write a sermon yesterday. Hold on. I love being able to text from my computer. So somebody asked me to write a sermon from yesterday, and I'm going to read that. So we're going to go to church at the end of today. Yes. But let's get to work, shall we? We have work to do today. Horror! Let's go. What do we want today? The Conjuring. Music by The Conjuring. We like that. Okay, I like that. It's going to be scary. Okay, here we go. Yes. All of these text messages. The screen angle is fantastic. Looks like you're reading it from there. Oh, it does? Cool. Thanks. Okay. Here we go. Well, this was a very large glass. Okay, so it's a glass. Listen, a prick in America is a wiener. It's not a glass. If we call you a prick, that's not a good thing. Dancing to Trial Trot in my... That's the name of it, Trial Trot. Hi, Winks. All right, what do we got here? Laura, are you here?
Hi.
I gotta put a poll up if you guys are sick of the voice yet.
Okay, I'm here. I'll see you tonight. Looking forward to Carmel this weekend and San Diego next and everything we have to look forward to. By the way, to drive up to SAC tomorrow, provided there are no complications here. They said I would more than likely be fine and stay overnight, so I can drive you up tomorrow.
Again, Mike does not answer.
I'm totally relieved this part is over and totally looking forward to being happy with you.
Again, Mike does not answer.
I'm really not feeling well from yesterday at all. I just wanted you to know how grateful I am for you and how I'm thinking of you, how excited I am for everything ahead. Thinking of all the ways I can make you happy. Smiley face.
Again, no answer.
Just wondering why you aren't responding to my texts.
Nothing.
Okay. I'm just really having a rough time after the procedure yesterday and need you to be there for me, really trying to be positive. Oh, you being sweet really helps me.
Nothing.
Are you okay? Question mark? Mike? Are you okay? I'm very worried about you. I don't know what to do. I mean, you said you weren't going to bail on me and be a better teammate. I had my DNC on Wednesday, have surgery to remove my ovary on the 31st, and you haven't said a word, so I'm concerned about your well-being and whether or not you even made it to Sacramento.
Okay, so we know that he's ignoring her now, which good for him. I love the voice. Do not stop the voice. I'm here. Never sick of the voice makes my day. What time in AZ after 7 a.m., I hope? I don't know. No, they're 2 hours behind us. So it's 6:43 a.m. Not me suddenly out give some context. Tell your story. We believe you. Overnight abortions. My biggest fear is that they will let her do an Alford plea. They said that that's not allowed in Arizona. That is not on the table. How far apart are these texts? That's a good question. So we have, where's the time? 16:59. Oh God, this is UTC. I don't know. So we have 16:59:44 UTC, 27:44 UTC, 19:14. All right, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Also, if you guys can hear my dog snoring, she's under my desk. It is not me farting. Promise. All right, so I'm going to put this into, let's see. Let me see how far these texts are apart. Add photos. How far are these messages apart? I cannot believe Lo suffered such awful harassment. Totally ignoring her like that. He's awful. Way to go, Mike. Good morning, y'all. Someone is early. I am. I'll be early today. Tomorrow and Thursday. Nearing the edge. It's all about me. If I was a woman, I would say, if I was a betting woman, I would say a medical emergency is on the horizon. Hi, Julie. Nice. Alfred, please, are the worst. I agree. My dog is snoring right next to me, too. I should get a Jetters cam and just put it under my desk. Although you would just see my legs because I have ADHD. So you would just see my legs like moving around 85 times. Like the way that I shift in my chair over a stream is wild. Okay, so if you're looking at specific gaps, okay, I'm here is 7 hours and 28 minutes to, okay, so okay, I'm here to I'm totally relieved. This is 7 hours and 28 minutes right here. Hold on. Let me get this for you. Okay. So from here to here is 7 hours and 28 minutes. From I'm totally relieved to I'm not feeling well is 18 hours and 46 minutes. From I'm not feeling well to just wondering is 1 hour. From just wondering to I'm having a rough time is 1 hour. So, this is a period of roughly 40 hours with no response from Michael Marraccini. I have to tell you, 40 hours, and this is all she texted. I am surprised. Appreciate the voice. Easier to distinguish who is talking while I'm listening at work. Thank you. I meant I don't think you knew that your stream said 11. I know. I changed it. I went back to look at it, and I'm like, because I thought I had set it for earlier. So it's going to be 8:30. I get my son on the bus. That gives me enough time to come down here, get set up. 8:30 is going to be the time in the morning. She can never just wait patiently for a reply as if Mike does not have a life. I've never heard her mother speak, so in my head I only hear home bonking. Good morning, Debuggy. Yeah, so I guess this is 40 hours, which I am surprised that she hasn't sent way more texts. Way more. And it stands out, let's see. So this is from 8:17 to 8:19. Yeah, I thought that this would have been way worse. Who deleted? Oh. So good for her. She shows restraint. Okay. So whoa. Okay, so we're down here. Tell your story. Okay, so then we just did that. Okay, so 8:19, Laura Owens sends Michael Marraccini another positive pregnancy test. So as of right now, Laura Owens has had one set of pills that didn't work. So she went in for a surgical abortion. She sent him the papers that said, my abortion is done. Laura, confirmed by the doctors, said you are no longer pregnant. Then she had a second set of pills because that abortion didn't work. But then the second set of pills didn't work because she has a tilted uterus. So then she was going to have to go in for a second surgical abortion. Old super uterus over here. Super uterus. Super uterus. Suterus. Like what would her name be? So now she's going to have to do it again, and now she shows a pregnancy test, and this is in a different environment. But how many times did she try to call him? That's a good point. For those who are not sad nerds, UTC is basically GMT London time, so subtract the hours as needed. You're assuming I can do math. Do we even have a mod here? We have 2 of them. They're in here. I think Nightbot is pretty sensitive. I have a couple of comments removed. Yeah, I gotta change him. I do. I don't know what settings he's on. Maybe someone accidentally hit the report. I accidentally almost reported people before. She was driving to his house, staring in his windows for 24 hours, and then driving home and cut into their texting time. Right. She's like, are you dead? But then also, I'm not going to call 911. So, Uber uterus. Hi, Mac. How are you? If a doctor performed a surgical abortion, but then she was still pregnant afterwards, what did they take out? And shouldn't she sue for malpractice? You would think so, because she sues everyone. After hearing this for so long, it is still just as shocking to hear it. It is. Hi, Becky. What do we think Mike was doing during his time away from Laura? Wrong answers only. I think he was praying to his Lord and Savior. Stupidorous. Oh my God.
This was this morning before I left. I'm supposed to take photos to email my doctor today and Monday to make sure my hormone levels are going down post-procedure, which is shown by the light and how dark it is. I think she's saying line. All I'm saying is that I'm finishing the process of going through with this. I don't have the ability to just shut off and decide to be happy. Live this weekend not thinking about it and remove myself from it. I have to be responsible and follow through with the doctor and what I've been instructed to do. I'm trying to be happy given the circumstances. So with that being said, can you please try to not be rude and be there for me while I'm dealing with this? It doesn't help anyone to be cold. This isn't easy on anyone, especially me, because everything's always about me all the time. I don't disagree that these past few months have been horribly stressful because I've curated it that way. I know I've put too much pressure on this. At the end of the day, your uncle is right about life being too short not to be happy. But it's pretty damn hard in life to find someone who genuinely cares about making your day better and your life better, and I do feel that way about you. Yesterday, I got you a GoPro book and a journal I was filling in about why you are important to me. Yuck. I don't understand what I have done between Wednesday and today that you are now acting like you hate me. But I understand you are going through an extremely stressful weekend. Given the photo I sent, the meaning behind it, and what I said, I would ask you to acknowledge my feelings and the situation and really try your best instead of going into this with a defeated mentality. Is that okay? Pregnancy test? I'm having a challenging time with things. I'm hopeful that we can get on the same page, get to the bottom of our issues, and try to do it the right way. I'm saying a prayer for that to Dave, our Lord and Savior. May he be with you.
Oh, boy. Oh, here's the long crazy. Oh, maybe it was -5, -6. He was trying to remember what happiness felt like. Poor guy wanted out so early, but got stuck with her for over a year. Stuck with her for over 10 years. Yeah, everybody, if you are here, I forget to do this at the top of the stream all the time. If you are here and you are not subscribed, please consider doing so. Also, if you can, hit the thumbs up, the like button. It helps distribute the stream more so we can get out there. It's all the same on repeat. We aren't even shocked anymore. Same playbook for all the guys. Question, did he block her or not? We don't know. She's the only woman whose abortion process lasts an entire month. It's been like 3. Me, always. Gross emotionally and mentally, yes. Just sitting in the ER, possibly torn Achilles. No, Topher! Oh, that's my nightmare. Feel better. What did you do? What were you doing? I hope it was something good, like playing a sport. Sometimes Bacon scares me when she really gets into this. Oh, it's so creepy. Oh my God! That was my dog. Hold on a second. I told you that if you're in here today, you can't leave. Ugh, you scared me. Hi, Jetters. Ugh. I'm listening to that music and then I just hear somebody bang on my door and I have these headphones in that my husband bought me and I can't hear anything. Your voice was on in the car when I opened the door. He's like, what are you listening to? Bought a journal for thoughts about him. Brave choice. Hopefully enough of you speak British to translate. No, it's so funny because it's like I bought you a GoPro book and then I just wrote in it about how great you are. I don't think Bacon knows how well her background noise does not come through. Oh, well, it's scared the shit out of me. The call is coming from inside the house. Right. Going into what exactly? She's been scamming him for 6 months now. So what is he going into with a defeatist attitude? Anything that's against her. Yeah, at least make up something cool. Bacon yelling at her dog sounds like me every time, every Zoom meeting with my pity. Check your email. All right. Checking my email. Check my email. Checking my email. My fucking God. Somebody just sent this to me. Super uterus. Gotta watch your back. Clothes everywhere. Hi, Toadette. The dog didn't get stranger's gum. That's true. I'm the one trapped here because I didn't want my elderly dog to wake up. Need more coffee, but he's sleeping so well. Gonna sneak. I hate that. When they're on you and you're just like, oh, I told you every dang time. Brave choice. That was something somewhat effing stupid. Example, you've had 6 pints at lunch before your performance review. Brave choice, mate. I like it. He's going into hiding because he can't escape the hello. Right. She's like, I gotta go upstairs. This is an accurate depiction of Laura Owens' uterus. Hi, Sheebs. T-shirts! If anyone watching the Karen Reed sues everyone. Proctor is doing the same thing. He's channeling his inner low. That is one adorable uterus. I love it. I love it. Hello, Becca. I woke up my wife with the go to trial. Tell you story. I've infiltrated all of your brains. So stupid. I love it. Good morning, Samantha Joe. Hello. If you guys are new here and you haven't liked the stream already, please do so. If you haven't considered subscribing, please also do that. Bang your face against the keyboards. Super fun here. Super fun. We need super uterus on a mug. All right. But how does super uterus catch the sperm? I just imagine the only thing I imagine is her uterus just dodging mifepristone like a fucking like Neo from the Matrix, just like foo, foo, just like abortion pills, like phew, phew. As litigious as Laura is, they did botch these surgical abortions. She would have sued them into oblivion. Right. Right. All right. So we have that. All right. You guys want super uterus on a mug? Is that okay with the owner of that image? You guys let me know. Cuterus! Hit the like button, everyone. Dave is watching. Dave. Oh, I need an angel sound. That's what I need. Like an angel hallelujah sound. Along with emotional damage. I got to put that on there too. All right. So then she sends him a positive pregnancy test. So this is this one. But this is, so it's in the same area, but it's not the same test as last time. Is too happy. Cuterus. So funny. Oh my God. Laura Owens claims her doctor ordered her to get a different kind of ultrasound. Is that the transvaginal that we've talked about before? Transvaginal. Cuterus is perfect. They need a I love this rating icon. I love this. Oh boy. Where are we?
Going from work to get a different kind of ultrasound my doc ordered, then we'll update you as soon as I hear. How are you?
What are they looking for?
I have no idea. The office called and asked me to come in for a pelvic ultrasound, so I'm getting one. How are you doing? Just finished. Running back to the station to meet with the producer to go over talking points for tomorrow. Am I okay to still say I still have a boyfriend on the air or not? Obviously not giving your name. Checking to see if you got these. How are you doing this morning? Trying to see if I can move up the appointment.
The way I would stop texting. I would just stop texting. I'd be like, I'm gonna just ugh. My feed is flooded with women who have set back feminism at least 100 years. Blake Lively, Laura Owens, Corey Richards, Mackenzie Shirilla. Lord help us in our cause. Yeah. Oh, these women. Giving Low more grace after listening to Rosalind Duke going through the Shirilla text messages, 2-hour stream, and we covered 3 days. I still need to go through all of that. I changed up my setup a little bit. I put my good camera here because I've been streaming so much and I want to have better quality. So I'm going to start doing long form. I'm just saving up for a new camera body so I can have the second one over here and do dedicated long form videos. And then I'll get back to doing that. So I just have to save a little bit of monies and then we'll get back to that. I've got some chores to do. So going into listening mode. Awesome. Thank you. Are you kidding me? What the F? He's ghosting her for days and she wants to announce her relationship to the world. That's a great point. That's a great point. So we have, let's see, 24, 24, 24. This is all the same day except for down here. And then let's see. So this is in the same time. 21. This is 1 hour later. This is 20 minutes later. This is 1 hour later. This is 40 minutes later. And then this is the next day. And now it's purple. Yay! Look at us. What the fuck? This would drive anyone nuts. I agree. I'd completely. No, I'm not even talking from Mike. I'm talking about from her point of view. Like if I was messaging a man this much and this is all he was texting me back, I'd be like, I'm done with this. Yeah, that's a good point. Sharilla was a teen. What's Laura's excuse? Great point. 824, Laura Owens asks if she can have. Oh, wait. Is that the one we just read? Oh, just finished. Running back to the station. So that's that. We just read that one. I would be so unbelievably embarrassed if I had texted someone this and it was all over the internet. She has no shame. Yeah, but also, and somebody was saying this yesterday about Mike and that, you know, like his family can find this stuff and whatever. You know, we talked to Mike a little bit and in the live stream. I still have to reach out to him and ask him if he'll do like a dedicated interview. You know, and he talked about being able to go into just his regular life after this. But he said, you know, we talked about how we present the content and stuff, and he's like, yeah, no, it's totally cool. Like he wants the story to be out there because he wants everybody to truly see who Laura is and how this unfolded. Because I think every time, no matter if you're telling this story properly, right, and you're painting Laura as the villain that she is, and you're, you know, holding Mike in the right light, as this story unfolds, you see how much all of these men are really victims. So yeah, it might be embarrassing, right? And yeah, it might be, you know, you have some text messages that you never thought would be out there. But the more you tell the story, the more that Laura's name gets smeared. And that's the point, right? The point is, if she takes the plea deal and tries to just slink back into wherever it is, whatever rock hole that she came from, you want to make sure that when she comes out and tries to do this again, that there's enough content on the internet to protect men moving forward, and that a man could Google her and see whoever's content and just make sure that they know who she really is before they get into something and they can't get out. I feel like Mike is so close to escape. Does her dad keep testing him too? He talked about that, and he said that, because I said, are you sure that those text messages came from Laura or from Ron and not Laura? And he said, yeah, because then him and Ron would talk on the phone and he would bring up, you know, what was in the text messages. She acts like she had a job at the radio station when she was really just hanging out at Daddy's work, and anything she ever did broadcasting wise was done with or self-paid or scrounged studio time. Right. She doesn't see anything wrong with any of this, and that's a huge problem. I agree. We need t-shirts for trial day. It'll just say like, go to trial. All right, I'll make something cute. Something like a 20, no, it's less than that. It's 17 more days. It's the 26th is the plea deal deadline if they make her stick to that deadline, but you know, she gets to do whatever she wants. All right, so now she has the blood test to confirm levels.
Checking to see if you got these. How are you doing this morning? Trying to see if I can move up the appointment. Mike, are you okay? I'm getting my blood drawn again to compare levels right now.
No, the hearing is the 29th. So the plea deal deadline is the 26th. See, I have my calendars here with me every day. Every day I got it. The plea deal deadline is the 26th, and then the hearing is the 29th, and they have changed on the docket for the deadline as a settlement conference. So we'll see what comes from there, which is I find very interesting because her lawyer seemed confident that they would have an answer before then. So she never matured past middle school. Gum in your hair is a great metaphor for Lowe's relationship style. You're going to have to shave me out of here. She thinks this stuff makes the men look bad. That's the nuttiest part. she would throw this in a filing in an order. Right. Right. The world should know how horrible she is. I'm just saying, I don't think she sees her behavior as wrong. I love when you say question mark. Michael Marraccini calls Laura out on this new pregnancy test. We love to see it. We love to see it. How's it going?
Not good. I'm completely stressed. I took another at-home test that was positive today. I can text. I'm at the radio station, can't talk on the phone.
Huh? How is that possible?
Well, it was positive last week as well. Remember? I sent you a photo.
Yeah, but the hormones are probably still in your body, right? It doesn't make sense, Laura.
What doesn't make sense? You're probably right that the hormones are just in my body because I injected them, allegedly. I just feel horrible.
Please stop asking me to reiterate myself. You know that it doesn't make sense either.
I agree. I just don't want to be in a situation again where we have to make a decision, and that's my biggest fear. I'm so nervous, I'm shaking. Completely freaked out by taking the test this morning and have to go on the air at 11. Asking the doctor's office to message me results when they get them since I can't talk to the phone, and will forward them to you.
Isn't the creepy sound so good with this? I love the scary music with the voice. It's perfect. I just feel like it just goes so well. I can imagine that at this point, is just sleeping for days for recovery. Bacon, please say I'm not going to be ignored, am I? In the low voice.
I'm not going to be ignored. Am I?
I missed a few streams lately. Bad me. So sorry if this has been said, but I'm curious if Lo has reached out with her cease and desist threat to you. I'm sure it's coming one day. Just wondering if it has landed. Back wall still empty, baby. Back wall still empty. I told you if I got one, it's going right here. Pew! I'm going to put it when I get my YouTube play button. It's going to go right there. Good afternoon. Hello, Malin. She clearly does not understand how all of this works. Remember when Laura said she would be embarrassed if her sister had to change the place card for Greg at her wedding, but this doesn't embarrass her? No. Why would it?
I want you trapped forever.
I wish Mike would have texted back, no, I'm not okay, I'm dead. And blocked her. I'm dead. I'm alive. I'm dead again. Oh. All right. Ron had a stroke on air. Here we go.
You getting that? Doesn't seem great, but my dad got pulled from the air because they think he might be having a stroke, so dealing with that. He's completely blank, slurring words, doesn't know where he is or what's going on, his face is frozen, he can't talk.
Why do they think it's a stroke or a TIA?
That's what they said at the station when I got there, and that's what it is now. My pregnancy levels are high. Jesus Christ. All I know so far. Are you getting these or not?
Yes, just got them.
You're pissed at me?
I'm sorry about your dad, and am pissed about this pregnancy stuff. Dude, okay. Imagine somebody you know and love that is like the center of your world having a stroke. And you're just like, my pregnancy levels are high. And just texting. Like, imagine something. Call. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you want to talk to your person that makes you feel better, right? Like, if I were to need to talk to my husband, I'm calling him. And I'm dealing with the situation at hand. Like, do anything else with your time. Ugh. Daily Burrito. Did he really have a stroke? I don't know. I don't want to speculate on his health. Like, I know his health is bad. So I don't ever want to speculate on that. We know that she uses it. She's always got Ron's health in her back pocket. We know that she uses it to her advantage when she needs to. You need a live member counter. I've thought about getting one. Like a little live subscriber counter. Mine don't move as fast as hers, though. I'm not that big yet. I mean, they move quite a bit. I'll tell you. It's crazy. I envision Laura as the subject of a velvet painting of the sad payaso genre. What is that? What's payaso? Velvet? Black velvet. Payaso? Ah! Art. They're just all clowns. That's what this is. This is what Shawnee is talking about right now. Shawnee, I hate that you're so smart and you know so much. It bothers me. My cat and dogs are sitting in front of the TV watching this like it's a horror movie, and it's hilarious. They just have like their paws covering their eyes. I can't believe Jan mentioned in her newest bankruptcy filing that an adult child with autism lives at their house. They are diabolical. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? I haven't even gotten that far yet. Oh my God. I'm going to take another pregnancy test, right? They will believe you. And goaded, that is her vibe, right? Jump scare. Ugh. Laura Owens claims her pregnancy levels are still high. Let's see.
Are you pissed at me?
I'm sorry about your dad, and I'm pissed about the pregnancy stuff. It's just not possible. This is literally fucking insane.
You're pissed at me?
I'm pissed at the situation. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Mike's getting angry. I can feel it. When I got notified that my dad was in the hospital, my issues were back. Right. You just deal with what you have to deal with at hand. I didn't bring up my issues until I was home unless someone asked why I wasn't there or why I didn't answer. My mom had black velvet bird paintings. Black velvet. He's in better shape than a lot of 80-year-olds. I'm sure a lot of health stories were to save face when the radio station dropped him. Bacon, may I ask, how does one get a documented autistic diagnosis in America work? Sorry, I had to ask. So, this is just my experience. When my son was 1 year old, at about 1 year old, you're supposed to have about 10 words under your belt, and my son didn't have any. So we took him. The doctor had just asked us in a fleeting comment, and he's like, "So your son doesn't have any words?" And we were like, "No." And he's like, "Okay, well, let's just let's sign him up for speech therapy. We'll get him evaluated. If he needs speech therapy, then he'll get it early, and he'll have it. And if he doesn't need speech therapy, then whatever, it's fine." So we got him speech therapy. And he moved on from about 1 year old to 2 years old, and he still wasn't grasping any words. He wasn't doing things like pointing. He wasn't just doing a lot of typical things that his children his age were doing. So then by the time he was 3, there were a lot of things. There was a lot of twirling. There was a lot of handstanding. There was a lot of walking on his tippy toes. He didn't have any words. We also found out that he was basically deaf because he had like mud in his ears. So he had to get tubes in his ears. That's a whole nother story. And so you go through an evaluation process. So he had 2 years of speech therapy under his belt. And then at 3 years old, we were able to get him diagnosed. So when you go to get him diagnosed, it was a doctor, a speech therapist, occupational therapist, a physical therapist, and a parent liaison that were all in this room, and he was in this room, and we were there for hours, and they were just testing him on all sorts of different things. And so then they brought us into a room. They gave us his formal diagnosis. They said, we are going to, with my son in particular, they didn't give him a level. Sometimes they'll give him a level of autism level 1, or autism spectrum disorder level 1, 2, or 3. And with my son, I had asked, I said, which level is he? And he said, I'm not going to give your son a level, because I feel like your son in particular, it will fluctuate. Like and it's true. It's been true. This doctor, I wish I could talk to him again, because the way that he spoke about my son in those moments when we were in that hospital are so true to who my son is. I'll tell you guys this whole story in a members. But anyway, so you go through this whole process, and it takes quite a bit of time. And because it's not just one thing. Like, you don't just walk into a doctor's office and they're like, oh yeah, you're autistic. Like, it does not work like that. It's a whole long process. We saw multiple doctors, we saw multiple speech therapists, occupational therapists, physical therapists, all of those things. And it was over a span of time, because what they also don't want to do is they're not going to diagnose your child or your person with autism if you have speech delay, or if you have, a developmental delay, or something like that, or maybe you have speech apraxia, or you have, something else. They're not just going to be like, oh yeah, autism. Because it could have been some other thing. So in the 2 years that he had speech therapy, his speech could have caught up, but it didn't. And then there were other signs that led us and the doctors towards autism diagnosis. I hope that this explains for you. I'm sure there's a million different other ways that you could get diagnosed. This was just how it worked for us. So we ended up getting his diagnosis for autism spectrum disorder. And then that helped us through the school system to get IEPs. That helped us to get extra help inside of the school system, with whatever my son needs. Does he need movement breaks? Does he need fidgets? Does he need to be able to do his work on the floor? Can he have snacks in class? Can he, get up and walk around while they're teaching something? Like, there's so many things that helps us with here inside of the classroom that gives him what he needs so that he can do those things, so that he can better learn. I hope that was a good way of explaining that. So that's it. I'm just popping in. I missed yesterday. Going back to replay crew. Hi. My favorite way to start the day. Hi, Jane Bow. Pregnancy tests are her go-to. Go, Mike, go, Mike, go. Fire Elmo. My kiddo went to a psychologist for testing. Very high functioning and older, but the diagnosis was helpful for several reasons. Right. Let's see. I wonder if Mike ever clocked that the pregnancies were all totally fake, or was he just oblivious? I think he knew. I think he knew. I really, really need you to do a deep dive on Jan. You got it. But it's a different process as an adult getting a diagnosis. That's true. I don't know about that. But what I do know is you cannot just go into a doctor's office and they're going to be like, you're autistic. Like, it still does take a level of time. There's still a time there. Pregnancy levels are high. What does that even mean? Like, oh my God, 77, right. 100% pregnant. Hi, Vanessa. Sometimes as an adult, a psychiatrist will ask you to fill out a packet after having several sessions, and then they'll hit you with did you answer these honestly? And boom, ASD. Right. Yes, it does. But I think the thing that we're all agreeing on is that it takes time to get a better understanding of somebody if they are on the spectrum. You can't just like walk in and get that documentation. They could star in their own horror flick. We're coming for you, Ma. I doubt that low has ever been tested to that level. It's offensive to those who are actually dealing with these things. Hi, Dawn. Hi, background music on point. When my son was diagnosed, it took 1.5 years to get the official diagnosis. I need Laura to go to prison. I'm sick of her using other people's real life experiences to further her scheme. We did genetic testing. I feel like as an adult, you could lie your way into an adult diagnosis. Yeah. I mean, you can lie yourself into anything, really. And getting diagnosed as an adult was almost completely is an almost completely different process. Yeah, we had like a 50-page report. Yeah, I mean, I could pull out his eval is in my file cabinet right there, and it's about that thick. It's that thick. Or you make a virtual appointment, tell them you're autistic, and then they write it in the notes, and you can use it for court. Oh, shit. I know because I'm currently trying to get my childhood ADHD diagnosis updated to AUDHD, right? Thank you so much for your answer. Big thank you. No, thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I love when people ask questions. Especially when they meet my son too. Like I cannot stand when somebody just sits there and stares at my son. You're trying to figure out what's up. So just ask. Aloha, friends. Traveling, and I've missed you. Time zones challenges abound. All of her twins are hard to kill, but also never survive. But her reaction is weird. I still believe Laura did a HuffPost quiz on if she was autistic. It asked her favorite cheese and color and also explained why she subpoenaed Ariana Huffington. Why? Who is Ariana Huffington? I had speech delay. Didn't talk until I was after I was 3, but then spoke with rapid improvement. Although my impediment regarding ours. Okay. I was diagnosed with ADHD as an adult, and I'm wondering if it's a similar process to that diagnosis. It took me a very long time and multiple doctors to even get evaluated. I'm sure it is. If you're doing it the right way. Could someone who is an autistic do all the things she's done? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they could. That's the thing that bothers me the most, right? Autism. How do I explain this? When it comes to behaviors, right? Okay, let's look at, obviously he's a killer. Let's look at Nick Godejohn, okay? Nick Godejohn is the guy that killed Gypsy Rose Blanchard's mom, okay? Do I think him being autistic made him any more likely to kill Gypsy Rose Blanchard's mom? No. Do I think that it makes him less likely of being a killer? Or like less, he should bear less responsibility on that for being a killer? Also, no. That's the thing is, do I think that someone with autism is capable of doing this stuff and this behavior? Yes. She is not doing this because she's autistic. And that's what really bothers me about this whole situation, because when she talks about like, well, I'm autistic, so that explains everything. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Autism does not give you a pass for this particular behavior. Autism gives you a pass because you can't wear fucking suede without vomiting. That I'll understand. Autism gives you a pass when it comes to being overstimulated and loud noises, and you can hear the fucking lights, and, you know, maybe you have some sort of delays in other places that people don't. Maybe you're advanced in other ways that people are. But when it comes to bad behavior or behavior in general like this, autism is not the excuse. Not here. Autism can be the excuse when my son is in a restaurant and he gets overstimulated, so there's too many sounds, so then he starts to stim or he starts to jump around. That's when autism can be used in a behavioral sense. When it comes to manipulation, when it comes to lying, when it comes to control, when it comes to anything that we're dealing with in here, and I'm not a doctor, so if there's a doctor who really who wants to correct me, I'm open for it. But in my opinion, okay, as in my professional opinion of being the mother of an autistic son, autism has nothing to do with this. Okay? Autism has to do with how people act in reaction, in a sense, to things, to their environment, to the way that they get input. Not being lying, manipulative pieces of shit. Can you be a lying, manipulative piece of shit and also be autistic? Sure, two things can be true at the same time. But you're not being that way because you're autistic. And that's what bothers me with the things that she says, because she's like, well, I'm autistic, so that just explains it. No, bitch. No, actually, what that does when she says dumb shit like that is it confuses people. And it's like, oh, autistic people already have a stigma about them, okay? They already have a stigma that they are less than they are not as smart as, that they are violent, that they are, that they need to be institutionalized. So for this bitch to get on the internet and be like, oh, I have autism, that explains everything, fuck you. Because that's not true. Anyways, sorry. My friend thought her child needed speech therapy and then found out he was saying lots of words, but in Spanish, like his caretaker. I love that. Did you already talk about Saturday's stream? Will you be there? Did you mention words of encouragement for the Marracinis? Oh, no, I did not. So on Saturday, I don't know if I'll be there. We have my sister's graduation party, and we'll be getting ready for that all day. I don't know if I can jump on. I would love to, but they are asking for words of encouragement for the Marraccini family, and I know Winx has something going around in the Discord, so I can also add that to my Discord if you guys want. Yes, my son with several visits. He saw the psychologist for several months. It wasn't cut and dry, although it seemed rather obvious. The big question is, did she get her diagnosis with virtual appointments? Did she go to a gynecologist since the neurologist did her pregnancy diagnosis? Yeah. Do I believe it? I'll believe it when I fucking see it. I'm going to be in Epcot on the day that Laura gets her plea deal expiration. Something tells me it won't matter, so I'm just going to have some wine in the Italy pavilion. Have some for me. My psychologist sneaky snuck the diagnosis at me. I was going for something totally different. I thought I was just quirky. I mean, I am, though. You are. Sorry, I meant the adult autism testing was over several visits. It wasn't quick. Autistic does not necessarily mean you're slow. It's a different mentality for them. So that's the other thing, too. And that's how I try to explain things for my son. Both children, okay, so you have two children. You have my son, and then you have a neurotypical child. And you're getting from point A to point B, okay? So you need to get from the front of the house to the back of the house, okay? Neurotypical children might just go from the front of the house, through the house, to the back of the house, okay? My son, he's going to go outside. He's going to look around. And then he's going to adventure over here. And then he's going to come back all the way and go this way. And then he's going to smell some flowers. And then he's going to pick up some stranger gum. He's going to stick it to his knee, maybe in his hair. And then he's going to wander around to the back. Maybe he's going to go to the neighbor's house. But eventually, he'll make it to point B. It's always from getting from point A to point B. They just do it differently because they input information in their brain differently. Ask AI about Laura Owens and Aria Huffington. Oh, God. I'll have to do that. I'm 52 years old, and my doctor is finally willing to send me to get tested. Hell yeah. Autism doesn't make you a killer. It makes you more susceptible to manipulation, which is what I believe happened with Nicholas Godejohn, right? He may have been more likely to become obsessed with the idea of murder. But he also may not understand it the same. Like emotionally, when you're dealing with autism spectrum disorder, they experience emotions very differently than neurotypical people, right? And that's why masking comes up a lot, because they have to figure out how neurotypical people act so that they can try to figure out how to act that way so that they can kind of normalize themselves into society, right? Well, that's the thing. Nicholas Godejohn might not have truly understood killing as we understand it. You know what I mean? Does he know the difference between right and wrong? Yes. Does he feel it the same way? I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not his psychologist, but I think it's very different. And I think Gypsy knew that and took advantage of him. I really appreciate your wisdom and input. It helps. Thank you. Autism doesn't explain why she's continuing the behavior now that she's blaming autism. Right. IEP, individual education plan, yes. The inability to understand others' feelings, but the ability to lie is unusual for people with autism. Also, yes. They're typically very honest. Autism has nothing to do with character. My understanding is people with autism are less likely to lie. Here in ear and spirit, howdy chat. Hi, Salty. Exactly. My son will be more easily manipulated, but he's never the one being manipulative. Right. My son is happy to be led around. My daughter, happy to be the boss. My son, happy to be the follower. You want me to do that? Sounds good. You and Omar should do a live stream about this subject. I found out that he also has a daughter on the spectrum at the end of our live stream. I was very excited. Being autistic means you are consistently being undermined and not believed because of your emotions are too much. You are seen as dramatic. So for her to lie about this exceptionally pisses me off. Yes. Yes. Oh man, trying to update from ADHD to odd ADHD has been a nightmare. It's also possible if she found an e-provider. Yeah, maybe. My dad had a stroke. So can we be Instagram official now? That would make me feel better. Ariana is the head of Huffington Post. Oh my God. Again, stealing grace from others, autism, DV victims, fertility problems. She's just an awful person. Agreed. I started imagining my autistic brain is a whiteboard crowded with every and all thoughts. That doorknob looks weird, and every thought that shows up in a neon green marker cannot be ignored. Yes. One of the things that bothers me. So, for example, let me go back to this. So, for example, I was getting my son dressed this morning. He's got a puzzle. 2 of the pieces were flipped around the other way. And I'm like, Moose, we got to get dressed. You got to go to school. We got to get dressed. You got to go to school. We got to get dressed. You got to go to school. And he was like, this puzzle is wrong. Every piece has to be out of it. So he had to take every piece out of it, put it next to the puzzle. I'm not touching it because I know when he gets home, he's going to put it back together the right way. But those puzzle pieces could not sit that way all day. So I had to let him take all the puzzle pieces out, put him where he needed to be, empty the puzzle, and then go back to what he was doing. Yes. I mentally wipe the board to reset. That's why I have to write everything down so I can get thoughts out of my brain. Thanks for explaining this to me. I'm not very familiar with autism, so it helps for people to experience to educate me on this. So I'm just a mom who's experiencing neurodivergence in real time. I learn something new every day, and I can only speak from my experience and how it affects my son. And one of the most important sayings that I realize now that somebody told me in the beginning is if you meet one child with autism, you've met one child with autism. And what that means is that autism affects individuals so differently, that you cannot place your stereotypes, right, or what you think autism is on every child. For example, my son loves touch. He loves to be held. He loves to sit in your lap. He loves hugs. He loves kisses. My son will eat anything and everything. And for the most part, we have no rigidity in my son. I have other people who have autistic children who their kids won't eat anything. They cannot be touched. They cannot get dirty. Their schedules have to be the same, or else they, the child will have a meltdown because something changed in the schedule. They have to drink from the same water bottles. They have to eat the same foods. And there's a lot of things that we don't deal with that they deal with, Our biggest issue with our son is communication. We don't get to experience normal children, neurotypical children experiences with our son. We don't know what his favorite colors are. We know what his favorite things are. But it's hard when he's crying. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. He can't explain to me why he's upset or why he's experiencing things the way that he is. He can't tell me how his day was at school. He can't tell me if somebody was being mean to him or anything like that. And that's very scary as a parent. But we're learning. I'm learning now when he gets frustrated, he stomps his feet and he goes, ah, 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 and he just stomps his feet. And I'll tell him, it's okay to be frustrated. That's fine. Go, be frustrated, be mad. That's okay. But then I know too, when he jumps and he flaps his hands, now he's excited. And the number one thing I would think that I've learned from my son is that communication is not verbal. We have almost stunted ourselves, I think, with assuming that all communication is verbal, and it's not. My son speaks to me in so many different ways, and I've understood over the past 9 years how to listen to him and how to hear him, and it doesn't always have to be with words. And that's one of the biggest experiences, one of the biggest learning curves that we've had as parents. A lot of scammers use autism to both cover for bad behavior and a shield. How dare you criticize my medical condition? Yup. Hi, Broccoli. My grandson was evaluated and has an auditory processing disorder. He also had to use a feeding therapist because he was behind on his food, extremely picky. He has still been been diagnosed with ASD. He's 4 years old and reads with inflection. He's incredibly intelligent and becomes very focused on things like astronauts and cosmonauts. I mean, I work in it. Lots of people with autism and ADHD spectrums. I'm on the latter. My nephew has autism, and I knew that he has social issues and understanding social cues, but he has learned to overcome a lot of that, still has a lot of social anxiety, but talks one-on-one to people. And that's the thing. They're just going to learn in their comfort zones. And it's important to allow them to do that. You're amazing. That has to be tough. Yes and no. It is very tough, but also it's all I know, right? He was my first. I think it might have been different. I think it might have been harder if he was my second child. He was my first child. This is all I know. This is my parenting experience. That's it. I don't know any different. It's hard because sometimes there are things that we deal with emotionally that other parents who have neurotypical children, don't deal with the same way. And it's hard and sometimes it feels lonely. But other than that, some days are harder than others. Some days are great. For example, my children, my daughter is 6, my son is 9. I have never experienced sibling fighting. I got siblings around this neighborhood that are all the same ages as my son and my daughter, and they're all kicking the shit out of each other. Normal sibling stuff, which bothers me to my core because I'm always like, God damn it, stop it. But my kids don't do that. My daughter wants to play. She's like, come on, Moose, let's go to the clubhouse. And he just goes and they just play. Like there's no back and forth with there. So, I mean, we just experience it differently. Ask questions to better understand people. Yep. He was Alan Shepard for Halloween, not an astronaut, Alan Shepard in particular, but can talk your ear off about Russian cosmonauts. I won't be surprised if he has a late diagnosis. It took me until my 30s, I'm now 41, to be able to verbalize what is going on with me, to say I'm overstimulated, to explain it's a journey, there is no fix. But here's the thing too, Alfire, is emotions in general are hard to explain, right? And everybody has big feelings. Everybody has big feelings. And to not be able to communicate that properly, I think is something that everybody experiences. But then to put autism on top of that, right? And we know statistically that autistic individuals experience things at a 45% higher rate than neurotypical people. They experience so much more at one time. I can't imagine what that's like. I already can't explain normal feelings, like on a neurotypical brain. To then take almost 50% more of that weight and have to try to be able to verbalize that it has to be impossible. So a lot of people have asked me about the telepathy tapes. I've been holding off on it because I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. Like anything with special needs stuff, I cry. We went to this picnic this weekend for people with special needs, and I was a sobbing mess. I was a mess. And it's a mixture of emotions, you know. It's neurospicy. Yeah, I like that. When I was really little, I picked gum off the pavement and tried chewing it. I lived. It's great to hear you talking so openly about autism and your son. I don't have any experience of it, so it's really interesting and good to educate people. Yeah, I'll talk about it all day. Thank you. If people want to know about it, I'm happy to explain my experience. Now, if you were to talk to Omar or you were to talk to a different parent, I'm sure their experience would be completely different. My proudest thing in life is how well my 12-year-old son and my 14-year-old daughter get along. They're best friends. Alas, my own sisters are bitches. And I hope they stay nice to each other. Hi, Captain. I was so happy when I figured out my daughter's vocal stems actually meant. And she's a snuggle bug, but on her terms. She's just a cat, basically human form, and I love it. Yes, and that's the thing. So now my son is able to say scary, happy, sad. But when things were scary, he used to say Halloween, and he covered his ears. Halloween, Halloween. And then, he would say Christmas, or he would sing Christmas jingles when he was happy. I work in early intervention, and one of my joys is being able to help parents clue in on echolalia and what it means. It's amazing to discover that it is communication, and we just have to be detectives. Right. In our family, it has been a third daughter and 2 second daughters. I can totally see when it's your first experience, it would be all you know is motherhood, amazing perspective. To be honest, the puzzle would have bothered me all day too if I didn't fix it. I don't have autism, but ADHD and OCD. Hi, Chris Jenner. One of my happiest moments as a mom was not graduating, getting first job, finally getting a driver's license. It was when I could give him money and let him figure out and buy his own socks. My son didn't wear socks for 3 years. And my mother-in-law invested in the fucking best socks she could find. She found different colored socks. She found different compression socks. She found socks with seams, without seams, long socks, high socks, shorts. Like, we tried everything. And that boy's feet smelled so bad. I just watched the Unsubscribed podcast, and they do a shit ton of autism awareness stuff. Oh, I don't know who that is. My 11 and 12-year-old daughters are besties. Not besties right now. Hormones. Yeah. The merch is great. Got it. Got to go to listening. So glad you read chat so I can keep up. Yeah, no, of course, Bella's mom. I always try to keep the chat. I'm here live, so I want to be here live with people. And we've gone off on a tangent, friends. So that's that. But yeah, no, that's why her autism stuff pisses me the fuck off, because I have an autistic son. And when people do shit like this, and I watched the Carmen murders. I made a video about it and I never posted it. Because I was really fucking mad in that video, but it's called the Carmen family murders, and it's on Netflix. And the questions should not be if somebody is capable of doing something because they are autistic or not. The question should be, how do we handle it when things like this happen? And to put these stigmas on people who already are starting life with a stack of stigmas on top of them, I think is so wildly unfair. It bothers me. Just dropped Bruce off at the airport. Aw, bye, Bruce. The best stores here where I am in Germany. I got Van Gogh socks and beer socks. That's awesome. I almost went mad myself. Still now, socks have a lifespan of 6 months, and then he can feel the difference. He has a sock rotation system. I have to have socks on all the time. All the time. All right. So now we know that Laura Owens sends Michael Marraccini more proof of her being pregnant for the second time, with more discussion about her still being pregnant. She also confirms that her dad has a TIA. So a transient ischemic attack, a TIA. So a TIA is a short period of symptoms similar to those of a stroke. It's caused by a brief blockage of blood flow to the brain. A TIA usually only lasts a few minutes and doesn't cause long-term damage. However, a TIA may be a warning. About 1 in 3 people who has a TIA will eventually have a stroke. Oh, that's interesting. I thought they were the same thing. Weakness, numbness, or paralysis in the face, arm, or leg, typically on one side of the body, slurred speech, or trouble understanding others, dizziness, or blindness in one or both eyes, or double vision, dizziness, or loss of balance and coordination. Look at that. You learn something new every day. I thought that they were the same thing. So we have then a pregnancy test, because who cares if her dad has a TIA? Because it's always about her. It's always about her. So here's her pregnancy test. Her value is 4,130, which would put her at 5 to 6 weeks pregnant. No, 6 to 7 weeks pregnant. What are these numbers? 9 to 130, 75 to 2,600. Why would this be like this? 9 to 130 ml. Okay. But then if it's 4 to 5 weeks, why does it go back to 75? Why isn't it 130 to 2,600? Now it's 850. Either way, she's somewhere in between 5 to 7 weeks. If she went to a doctor, she would know. It's a mini stroke. Mine was blindness and scared the hell out of me. And now I have permanent slight double vision. Can I stop paying my bills now or not? We wish, don't we? This test result has been released by an automatic process. So this is Rebecca Yee. So the standard range is 0 to 6. Her value is, so she's telling Mike that she's between 5 and 6 weeks pregnant with this particular test. No. This we assume they're all fake documents. Okay.
Sorry that was extra loud. Did that go through?
Could it be remaining hormones? And it's slowly tapering off?
I will check. Trying to be positive. Get it?
When do you go in?
Don't need to go in. I've already done all the tests. Doing it over the phone. My dad is getting a CT and MRI. I'm super frustrated.
Why?
Because I'm really trying my best to deal with this and be responsible, and I just seem to be frustrating you. I'm so upset myself. I want to be a normal 26-year-old in a relationship and not have this going on. I don't understand what's going on with me, and it scares me a lot. I just wish we could not be at each other's throats during this and support each other. Plus, my dad is now hospitalized and I'm overwhelmed. I'm not getting good service, so I don't know if I've missed a call. Does that make sense?
I'm not at your throat. I'm annoyed at this process. I'm annoyed that this process has been never ending. Literally, the last 5 weeks has been the exact same thing.
I'm not trying to be annoying. I know this has been for both of us, and I'm sorry. Imagine how upsetting this is for me. It's my body. And like I said, I just want to be normal. I don't want any of this. This has seriously changed my ability to be my normal self in a relationship, and I hate that. I'm not trying to be a bad person, and making you happy is always at the forefront of my mind. I know I can do that. I'm very worried about the test result.
What has the doctor said?
Supposed to talk to her as soon as I get a moment to call from the hospital.
I thought you didn't have good service. Ugh. Your HCG doubles every day, and I've never been pregnant. I only know this because I follow a gay couple on TikTok who were trying to get pregnant, and they were explaining the test. Interesting. It's not just that she seems not to care about her dad's stroke. It's that she's using it to try to gain attention. Great point. The ranges vary. Okay. How long have they known each other at this point? So this is August. So they started talking in March. They went on their first date in March. The stuff, they're so dramatic about this stuff. The rest of us just deal with it. It's ridiculous. It's the most complicated way she could find to prove pregnancy. Sorry for my misspelling. No worries. Has had 3 TIAs. It leaves residual effect on some, but not others. Mine caused more memory issue than I had, but there's not much to do about it once it's happened, they said. Oh. I hate how she tries to project things on others. Dear Bacon, normally in the replay crew, thank you for doing Strong Bad's email noise. I thought I was the only one who still does that. You know what? I should put that sound in my board. The email. What? The email. I'll do that. Strong Bad email. I have 3 things I need to get. Strong Bad email. I have 3 noises now I have to put on here. Ahoy, ahoy. Hi, Bruce. Safe travels for you. And after the first prego test, what actual person even talks about HCG? Nobody. Right. Nobody. She doesn't have to try to be annoying. Right. Hi, Amy. I never thought about HCG once until this case. Honestly, that's such a great point. I was pregnant. How many weeks are you? I don't know. 5 weeks pregnant. How much HCG do you have? I don't fucking know. Do doctors really ask you to take a pregnancy test after a miscarriage or an abortion? I believe yes. But also I assume that they would do a ultrasound as well. Like there would be a lot of things that go into that. I've never experienced that. So if somebody in the chat wants to talk about that, but yeah, I would assume so. Oh, I miss Strong Bad. Thank you. Well, for those of you who know Strong Bad, you can see that I have the cheat, not as what Mr. Pike likes to call a Temu Pikachu, in the background. I have a cheat for the cheat rave. So there's that. Mike says he's annoyed by the process. She responds, I'm not trying to be annoying. Such terrible manipulation. She's evil. Do you think there are 35-year-old men from her high school who are still in PTSD therapy? I would love to hear from somebody from her high school. I think if I was him, I would have said, take me to the next appointment so I can speak with your doctor. Yes. Well, he tried that. He tried to go to the surgical abortion, but she booked it, when he was working. Funny, I can't find anything about Ron ever being pulled off the air mid-show for health issues. You think being such a big shot, it would have attracted some press. Legitimate business. I told you to go in and get an HCG level of 306, and it hasn't gone up at least 700 something the next day. It is not a viable pregnancy. Oh. I've never been asked to take a pregnancy test after a miscarriage or a DNC. Karen, thank you. There's an episode of Blippi with Elmo where Elmo says, oh no, it's a pretend emergency. And I think we need that. Oh no, it's a pretend emergency. Did not ever have anything but an ultrasound after my miscarriage. No blood work, nada. Okay. Seems weird to do an HCG test after an abortion because it's only an indicator. Any marzipan? I don't have any marzipan. For Lion Guard. The system is down. The system is down. I'm so late in law. Cheat raves are local sims at our house at least once a week. I've had a surgical abortion in the UK and never been asked to do a pregnancy or follow-up ultrasound or any follow-up. I'm guessing they see exactly what they remove so they know if it's successful. Yeah. Yeah. Google says HCG can be present 6 weeks after a miscarriage. Yeah, I mean, I would assume that your body's coming off of it, right? So that doesn't surprise me. The fact that she hasn't gone in, if I were Michael, I'd be like, let me take you to the doctor. Can I come with you to the doctor? Also regarding yesterday, all Lowe's abortion feels are about how she appears, nothing internal. Great point. HCG levels will go down but still be present. Yes.
My dad had a TIA.
TIA can be scary, but luckily he will be back to normal soon.
I'm sorry I have been horribly annoying, Mike. You know, I care. And just haven't shown it in the right way. If for some reason it is pregnancy, would it help you to trust me if I told you I definitely wouldn't go through with it? And wouldn't flip flop? Would that make you really try with us? Mike? I don't know if this went through or not. And I spoke with the doctor.
Sorry, I'm still in a meeting because you see, Michael Marraccini has a job.
Okay. Did you read what I said? I'd called the office from the hospital and asked them to send me a summary so I could send it to you. Here it is.
And then she sends him the Sutter Health. Here we go. So this is Sutter Health, Owens pregnancy. Would they document it like that? I don't think so. Is this from her first pregnancy or is it a new one? This may be a new one. Maybe. Starting to think I only had an ultrasound because I was bleeding. Let's see. That's another tell with her. She is constantly trying to force them to spend time with her unless it's a doctor's appointment. Yes. She makes it sound like when she got an abortion, the doctor does it by playing Marco. Oh, do I have an echo on here? That would be hilarious. No, I don't have an echo. I just have this. Marco! Hello. That's so funny. Mike? Ew, Laura. I remember a woman once saying, if you claim you don't know a woman that's had an abortion, it just means women didn't trust telling you. No one trusts Laura. What? Wait. I remember a woman once saying, if you claim you don't know a woman that's had an abortion, it's just, oh, I see. I see. Okay. I was like, what? What? I wonder if her devices they seized had her arts and crafts from the Mike era. Ooh. Why the hell would he still be having sex with her? We don't know if that's the case. It doesn't seem like they spent time together. Hi, Mrs. Owens. Miss Owens. Hi, Miss Owens. As you requested, here is a summary of what we discussed so you can share it with your boyfriend. Said no doctor ever. I have also spoken to Dr. Chan to confirm that we are on the same page. You came into the office on 8/25/16 with symptoms of nausea and pelvic pain. Considering your procedure last week, we thought these could be symptoms of a complication. Blood tests ordered confirmed elevated levels of HCG. Given that result, I ordered both a transvaginal and pelvic ultrasound. Hold on a second. Oh, transabdominal. I was like, what is the difference between a transvaginal and pelvic ultrasound? Wouldn't that just be a regular ultrasound? Never mind. Ultrasound results confirmed a gestational sac that was not present on last week's scan. So it is estimated that you, about 5 weeks pregnant with a new pregnancy, as that is the earliest it would show up. As you have been told, you have a severely tipped or retroverted uterus, which makes the aspiration and D&E procedures more difficult and less likely to be successful. Last week, it would have been impossible to remove this pregnancy as it has not attached. In addition, we have tried to treat you as conservatively as possible given your recent diagnosis of stage 1A ovarian cancer. I cannot speak for Dr. Chan, but I am sure he would agree that your case is amongst the more difficult I have treated. I really need to talk to Mike about these documents and like what he thought at those moments. At this point, Dr. Chan and I are both of the opinion that you need to give serious thought about what you are going to do with the new pregnancy. You have taken medication abortion pills. No doctor... Logic. Do not logic. But no doctor is saying this. You have taken medication abortion pills. A doctor would have said, you have taken both mifepristone and misoprostol. Whatever. No logic. There will be no logic here. Recently, that could potentially be harmful to the fetus. However, as you likely know, the nature of your condition makes it so that pregnancies in the future will be more difficult. There is an elevated risk that once one ovary is removed, he would need to remove the other and perhaps a complete full hysterectomy before you would necessarily be ready to have children. At that point, having children on your own would obviously be impossible. So I think you must take time to determine what you think is best. Should you continue your current pregnancy, it would be imperative that you are monitored extremely closely. Best regards, Dr. Yi. Okay. I have the type of ADHD where I don't respond to text for hours, days, because I get hyper-focused, set the phone down in random places and forget. Lo would hate texting me. I also have that. I'm busy. There is a reason why none of her friends have come forward. One friend came forward to rescind a previous statement that she provided the court about Mike. Laura went scorched earth. Really? I have Crohn's disease. I'm neurospicy. I have severe panic disorder. I have a lot of doctor summaries, and they have never, not ever once shown up like this in an email. Right. Yep, she loves HCG. Claimed her friend cheated on her now husband, father of her children, right before the woman's wedding. Laura was willing to destroy the woman's marriage with a truth or lie or something for something slight. I need to know more about this. On the same page, another low phrase to call Jack Fox. There's no unattached pregnancy. That's not a thing. This is total BS. Let's see. A sperm saw the whole abortion process going on and said, nah, I'm going to go find those eggs anyways. All logic all the time. No logic here, Bruce. Attached. No, the doctor would say implanted. Great point. Attachment is within days, not weeks. The logic is down. Her brain is tipped or retroverted. This makes me want to scream. Can't we just get rid of the fake twins with an old Nintendo light gun? Pew, pew. You know what? Just take the uterus out, blow in it, put it back in. Should work properly. I used to work for a Dr. Yi, and she would never have written a letter like that. Right. There's no way a real provider sent this. High purposeless. Implantation does not take weeks. Mike said he believed she had cancer until recently because who the hell would lie about that? She just had about 9 D&Cs. What would the embryo attach to? Right. Advertising billboard. I should make a mug that says Yeetus the fetus. And just like throwing a baby. Let us Yeetus the fetus. Did someone put a light on the jack signal? Yes. We're reading, we were just reading this and they were calling to you because, where is it? Somebody had said, hold on. What did they want? What did they say? Hold on. Where did somebody tag Jack? Where is it? Dang it. What did you say? What did you guys say? Was the same? It was Dr. Chan and I are both of the opinion that you need to give serious thought or something about how this where is it? We're on the same page. Whatever. These doctors are on the same page. Anyways, hello, Jack. How are you? Hello, Mike. Laura is the kindest, bravest, smartest, most beautiful, and most wonderful human being I've ever known in my life. All the best, Dr. Chan. Yeah, it was. We're on the same page. Let's see. Oh, as you requested, here's a summary that we discussed so you can share with your boyfriend. I've also spoken to Dr. Chan to confirm that we are on the same page. Aren't we partners in this? Aren't we partners? I do like Yeetus the fetus. It's great. Yeetus the fetus. Just somebody tossing a baby. Oh, boy. On the same page. That's right. Michael Marraccini is at the hospital with his family and dying stepfather, and Laura Owens won't stop pestering him. This pisses me off. This pisses me off so bad. The way I would just throw my phone in the trash. I cannot imagine somebody going through some of the worst moments in their life, and you're just like, hi, but why aren't you answering me? Talk to me. But what about me? Straight to the bins with the fake twins. Oh, Bruce is a rapper dropping them bars. That moose has bars, son. Okay, here we go. Great.
A couple of Tony things I thought you would enjoy too. Every day is a new day, and tomorrow will be a great one. I believe in you and care about you so incredibly much. This is just me. What the hell am I doing? You are truly making me a better person, living in the moment, being more direct, just to name a couple. And I am so grateful to you for it. I just hope that you go to bed and wake up knowing you are a wonderful, intelligent, talented, supportive man and boyfriend who is so special and loved. Your presence in my life brings a smile to my face whenever I think about you. By the way, not sending this expecting any reciprocation at all. I know you're not as far as I am with feelings, and I'm totally okay with that. I just wanted you to know how wonderful you are, since I know things have been stressful lately.
Wouldn't an adult say partner? I don't know. I said boyfriend. Yeetus Cletus the fetus. Cletus the Yeetus fetus. Dr. Chan said that Greg would be caring and supportive for Laura, who simultaneously saying he seemed like an abuser and would be willing to testify in a court of law for Laura. Right. Dr. Laura used Dr. Chan against both Greg and Mike. I believe so. Mike did not want to be called her boyfriend. Can everyone do an Our Lord and Savior prayer for my AC repair? Oh, man. Good luck. Narrator. She was not, in fact, totally okay with that. Bruce has amp bars, right?
Smiley face. Hi.
Hi. Hey, that's a very nice message. Thank you for sending that. How was SD?
It's absolutely beautiful and the weather is perf. I just showed one of the horses I am trying and he is heart face, heart eyes. Love him. Going again in a half an hour. How are you? P.S. You put the symphony on your calendar, right? Heart? Smiley face? You okay? Mike? Calling a few, sorry, with agent still. I'm so sorry I got caught doing business stuff and my phone died, so I just plugged it in, doing dinner. And then can I call you? By the way, the hotel didn't resell the room but gave me credit. Do you want to go in the next few weeks maybe? Hello? Mike? Okay, babe. Most importantly, Are you okay? Am I annoying you in some way? You haven't responded all day. And I'm really hoping you get how much I want to try to be there for you and make your day better, smiley face. Rough days with what we've got coming up, and it would help if you could let me know what I'm doing that's making you be distant so we could fix it and move forward as a team. Makes me sad. Mike? Question mark?
Hey, Rob. How are ya? The flux capacitor, 21 gigawatts. She sees every one of these guys as a fixer-upper. She's a bit of a fixer-upper. She can help. None of them are just okay on their own. I would not want help from someone like Laura Owens. She's not my idea of exemplary. May Dave be with you. Don't let them overcharge you. Love business stuff. Hey, Rob, can you teach him your son and learn sign language? Or do you just already communicate that way, not sure at his age? Sorry, I'm kind of new here and just curious. So with my son, we did do sign language in the beginning. It was minimal. And then he started talking. So we just started taking his words, and we wanted to, encourage his language. He now, so he could tell you like, and now he's got jokes. So for example, we've been trying to give him magnesium at night because he doesn't sleep well. And there's like a children's magnesium that helps him sleep, and it's time release. So it keeps them asleep all night. Oh my God. And last night he had the best night of sleep. No magnesium, but he had the best night of sleep. He is just such a different kid when he's got a full night of sleep. He's just so wonderful. But anyway, so my husband was like, hey, you got to take your magnesium the other night. And he was like, don't like it. He doesn't like the way it tastes. And my husband's like, you got to take it, buddy. Like, you got to go to bed. You got to get a good night's sleep. And he was like, don't like it. Like to my husband, like, did you not hear me? Did you not hear me? Every day is a new day. That's right. Ugh. Let's see. All right. So now she's mad. What else do we got? Oh.
Mike?
Relax. Laura, I'm alive. I'm busy with family. We talked earlier in the day, and you said you would call me back, which you didn't do for hours. By the time I finished chatting with my family, it was midnight.
I tried to keep you posted as much as I could. My phone had died. I'm sorry about that. Could you read back what I said, though? I just really want to put my best foot forward, and you being sweet seriously means everything to me right now, so I want to do what I can to make being sweet easy on you. Please. I'm very stressed, and it would help if you would answer.
Laura, I'm with my family at the hospital, which is why I'm distant. Please stop trying to start a fight.
Okay. Not trying to start a fight. Wanting to do the opposite. Can we chat later? I'm having a really hard time with this. Hello? I'm having a really rough time.
I'm sorry you're having a rough time. I really am. I'm not sure what you're wanting from me, though, other than being supportive. I've been with my family and just stepped away to play some golf. Let me finish, and I'll call you later.
It's hard to be trying so hard to put on a positive front and be happy and supportive girlfriend. I am and want to be when I feel like you actually don't want me to be that way. I'm really, really doing my best, and it hurts my feelings that you aren't trying to make me feel special as well. Sad face. I'm about to go to bed, and it would really make my day if you would respond.
Oh my God, Jack, that's so... I'm at the hospital with somebody very ill. Sorry, my phone died. That's so funny. Oh my God. Ugh. Have you tried an Amazon Alexa to converse with him? I recommend it. What do you mean? How do you do that? I am also a different adult when I get a full night of sleep. Right. That is absolutely your child. Love this ass. I'm a different kid on full night of sleep too. She's mad. Welcome to everybody else's world. Moose like sourdough. Moose is like sourdough, not magnesium. Also, magnesium makes him fart and he smells. Maybe that's why he doesn't like it. And then he goes, so my son, because he speaks in scripts, and so he farted the other day and he goes, yuck! What smells? His thing when he farted before used to be, you used to stink. And I'm like, you're the one who farted. You used to stink. Don't blame that on me. Every time I see these, I think the men are all so much better than I am because I just send a very short, very explicit, somewhat. Yeah, I think we're all on the same page. You have the response tone to her from Mike down pat. That's exactly how I perceive it. Let's see. If given the choice, any one of these guys would trade a limb for a time machine. I bet. Mike has such a golden retriever energy, such a nice guy, because I would have been more like Greg. I would have been unhinged. She could have absolutely gotten me put in prison for the things that I would have sent back. Absolutely. Jupiter, thank you for the jewels. Sometimes it sounds like he's using a customer service voice on her. That's because Laura isn't happy and supportive for anyone living their own lives. I will send you an article about Alexa communication with nonverbal kiddos. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. A variety of tools and is a 2 convo based on your son. Huh. I required less support and affirmation when I was pregnant and when I was hospitalized for over a month. My dad is sick. But what about me? Stop it. They were called Fluffy. Yeah, so because of Bluey, that's what my daughter says. She says, I'm gonna Fluffy.
I just wanted to say, I'm praying for you and your family, and that I'm here if you guys need anything. The fact that you are there for them whenever they need anything and not ever here for me is yet another reason why I love you. Kisses. Babe, I'm having trouble thinking, getting all worked up and so very nervous about Tuesday. Could you just say whatever comes to your heart about you and I and what you want for us after it? It would put a giant smile on my face.
Laura, we need to get through Tuesday in order for us to have a future. I think it will relieve a ton of stress, which will be great for us. Smiley face.
Okay. I can't carry our relationship on my own. Nor do I want to. And reading back how much I have pushed and tried is worrisome. I'm honestly extremely nervous and lonely and feeling cold feet.
You're ridiculous right now. I'm dealing with someone who is dying. Please stop before you dig yourself a hole you can't get out of.
My dad was in the ICU this week as well. I know how scary this kind of stuff is. Threatening me isn't gonna help calm my nerves. This procedure is a big enough deal on its own before you add an abortion. So understand my own stuff is scary right now for me. Can you please read that before I shut the lights off? Your last sentence really didn't help. Can you call me briefly? I have to be up by 6 for a final that I am in very good standing to win. I need to say something quickly. Just Please say something supportive to calm me down so I can rest. Or you could call and I could say what I need to let you know in 30 seconds. But I love you, and it's midnight. So we could also just forget all that and start a new day happy. I vote for that. Agreed? I have a massive medal final I am leading, and I have been second and third in the last 2 years. Winning this class means a lot to me, and I'm in a great place to do that. However, now my focus is off because of us, and I'm feeling bad. Please take 2 minutes to talk and fix things with me. I can't tell you how important this is to me and how much I need to be in the right mindset. I wouldn't text you this early if it weren't upsetting me so much. Question mark?
I just woke up. I wrote my last text last night and had my phone on silent. I have yet to get to these. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my God, this is awful. Ugh. It's called escalation. She has to need them more than anyone else. The soundtrack is fire. Jesus, if I woke up to a wall of text like this, I would be livid. Yes. Yes. Yeetus the fetus and put it up in the Discord. I can't wait. There she is pulling the dying dad card again. I love your brain. Did you ever see Steve Martin in A Man with Two Brains? It's pretty funny if you haven't seen it. I don't think I've ever seen that movie. We need Jack Fox to analyze the text you read today. Yes, please. I would block her or put her on silent. I could never put up with this. You wouldn't be able to go to sleep. Zero compassion and empathy. Right. All about me. Yeah, and the radio silence, chef's kiss. She wouldn't. Right. I would have said so much. Hi, Steph. It's Steph. LOL. I get it. Okay, I get it. I get it. Mike is a saint. I kicked a long-term friend out of my life when they told me I needed therapy for still having bad days 3 months after my dad died. Can't imagine what I would have done in his shoes. Yes, I know everybody. Could she make it in politics? Just a question. She's terrible enough to make it in politics, so maybe. I bet she has not needy on her date. It's the top thing. Like, Laura Owens, not needy. Dude, I got to ask my friend if I could use her Tinder. I want to see if we could find Laura Owens's dating profile, but I also don't want to put Tinder on my phone. That's the last thing I need. The last thing I need is for my husband to come home and like find Tinder and being like, what are you doing? And I'm like, no research. I swear. I swear. Dying man versus horse metal. What is important? Obvious. Horse metal. Mike is a saint. I think as one of Lowe's punishment is for her to hear Bacon read every single correspondence back to her in the Laura voice. Put me on repeat in that jail cell, girl. Put me on repeat. As an avoidant person, the volume of text gives me so much anxiety. Ugh. Bacon, you need to add it to your list of movies. I will. Me. I. Good Lord. Or good Dave. God. Oh, here we go. It's not working, so Laura asks for a clean start. Of course she does.
Are you able to not hold the drama from the pregnancy stuff from the past over me? I don't want to even try with you if you can't.
Good Lord. Can you just let all of this go? Because if you can't, then I need to be out of here.
I can't overcome my past mistakes, but I can be the best. I can be in the future. I want a totally clean start. Besides the fact that we would obviously be exclusive and BF, GF. I just don't want to be with you if you're never going to be able to look at me without feeling frustrated and pissed. Need a response ASAP. About to lose phone.
Laura, nothing has changed since we talked last night or this morning. I can definitely get over it.
Okay, I love you. Okay, let's be done with this and start fresh. Takesies backsies. I'm ready to be the best girlfriend to you. You deserve it.
I believe her. What about you guys? Do you guys totally believe her? I think she's going to do what she said she's going to do. I've been a mom since 16, so I don't know if I'm the only one who would be disgusted by this much needy texting by a parent. Maybe I'm just a cold-hearted bee, but it turns out might be normal. I don't know. Sometimes my husband in the morning, he just sends a hand. Hello? Because I call him every morning. But he's always like, you calling? Because I'm just like doing other stuff. I wondered if what impact. Thank you, Katie, for the gift. Thank you for the chilies. I wondered what impact it would have if she had to hear it all through someone else. I would easily be the villain, and I'm making fun of her. I think that's how she would view it, because she's a victim always. You don't understand. You want me to understand, Laura? Come on the show. I'd be happy to have you. Justice for Mr. Bears. No! There will never be justice for Mr. Bears. There's no way to block her. Your video. Oh, yeah, I know. I changed it today. Sorry. I got to change that. She's always hoping for a clean start with every clean uterus. Dave Willing. There will be jail calls. May need a fundraiser to FOIA them. Oh, my God. I would spend my money on that. I love the totally clean start argument in a relationship. It means I know I screwed up, but I don't like it when you hold me accountable. I swear I have Tinder on my phone to find Laura. What a world we live in. Good Dave Almighty. Those dating apps, can you leave a comment on there so everyone can see it? I don't know. I don't think so. Don't want to be with me? Deal. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my unbelievable awful. Whoa, we started way early. We did. We have to start early today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Friday will be 11 o'clock again. She'll find endless ways to still contact him. This poor man cannot run. He cannot hide. This is how abusive people escalate. They push boundaries and push, and when they are about to lose a fight, they turn into the love bombing. Yep. Before ramping up and pushing further. No one deserves that, but she always keeps her word. Appreciate you guys. It's how they constantly trick people into thinking they've changed for the better. Thanks for being the soundtrack to my 3-mile run this morning. I like this early morning stream time. Okay. Get your run. Okay. I love that. I went for a 3-mile walk on Sunday. He never says I love you back to her, and I love that for her. RJ, I like her. If only I could get a doctor's note telling me she is going to be a great girlfriend, then I'd believe it. It attaches almost immediately. Oh, that's about, okay. Laura's a type that would have only God and the Equestrian Foundation can judge me as a part of her profile. Oh, we'll have to listen to the Boone calls. Sarah Boone, I love her. Okay, so here we go. Laura Owens claims she had the ovary removal surgery. 8:30. You guys, we're flying through this. I love this for us. Let's get this done and move on. And obviously, good luck, darling. Smiley face.
Any last words?
I love that she's going in for a surgery and she's like, any last words? Laura keeps talking about her tilted uterus. She should be more concerned that a swallow leads to her ovaries. Any
last words? Let's have a really good night tonight, a good week, and then month, and year, etc. okay? Yeah?
Smiley face, exclamation point. Yes. You finished?
Yes! So excited for our future together for us now.
Ugh. Time to wash the car. Look at you guys. I love that I'm there with you while you're being productive and I'm doing this. Laura Owens again texts about having the oophorectomy and losing a child. Laura Owens claimed in May of 2024 she never told Michael Marraccini that she had cancer or that she had surgery to remove any cancer. Oh, yeah, and that's part of the perjury. Oh, God. I'm going to need a sip of water. Did you guys ever watch Graveyard Girl? I miss her. Sleep 100 years, please. Any last words?
Back in bed. I'm so dizzy. I can barely stand and have thrown up. The only couple of bites of fruit I tried to eat. I'm dealing with losing my ovary because of a malignant growth, which is a huge deal that I've tried to downplay. As well, losing a child. I thought you were going to try to put yourself into my shoes. I do understand that you got a terrible night's sleep, and I'm sorry for that. But you saying that you wanted to be there for me and try your best. Oh, I turned my voice down, sorry. But saying that you wanted to be there for me and try your best meant that you understood my recovery wasn't going to be all puppies and flowers? To make me feel guilty about wanting you to come again tonight for the fact that your presence was the only thing that got me through last night is really hurtful, and I don't deserve that. Everything says this is at least a 2-week recovery online. Who's calling me? Go away. Oh, hold on a second.
Sorry. That was we're trying to get my son on a wait list for some camps for July so he can do some cool stuff. So that was somebody calling me. about that. It resets her anxiety button. Laura's the kind of person that could get a full hysterectomy and still think she could get knocked up. Yay, made it to live. Hi, LM. Sorry she had an OP and then had to look up the recovery time online. Good point. Is Mike's dad still in the hospital? That I don't know at this point. The fact that she's lying about all this in such an attention seeker online recovery estimate because your doctors didn't tell you because it didn't happen. Right. She sees every boundary as an attack. Yes. Laura should be real, when she starts talking about what she deserves. My hubby works 12-hour shifts. She would go bonkers in a real relationship when you can't. Right. I can't talk to my husband all day. All day. Time to form a cuddle puddle. Apparently, she was simultaneously pregnant, not pregnant, post-abortion, post-abortions, recovering from surgery, the main character in every medical drama on television. Right. I bet if Laura took a positive or pregnant test right now, she would be positive for HCG. I don't know. Ay, ay, ay. Let's keep going. Where did I leave off? To make me feel guilty. There we go.
To make me feel guilty about wanting you to come again tonight for the fact that your presence was the only thing that got me through last night is really hurtful, and I don't deserve that. Everything says this is at least a 2-week recovery online, so please don't try to get out of it on the second night if you really do want to be with me. I'm happy to try to get you a note from my doctor, but don't make me feel guilty and like I'm pressuring you to be with me tonight when you told me you really wanted a relationship and to be my partner. This is what it's all about. Not just the easy times.
How many times is she going to text, I just want to be the best girlfriend ever, and continuously does the opposite? Nothing says empathy quite like treating someone else's family crisis as an inconvenient interruption to your own. It's like there's a hurricane of crazy thought bubbles in her head, and she just lets them out. Excited I get to leave the house for the first time in a week. Must try to make myself presentable. Remember, every day is a good day. Every day is a new day. If she had surgery, why is she using WebMD for her recovery instructions and not the surgeon? Exactly. Exactly. I understand you had surgery yesterday, but I also need to take my job life into consideration. I don't sleep pretty much 99% of the time when I stay at your place. I can honestly only think of one time in the past 4 months where I woke up feeling refreshed. And I was answering all of your questions yesterday. I said I would try, which I am doing, but there needs to be a balance. I stayed at your house Sunday, Monday, and last night. And it's like you have an issue with me staying at my own house. It's concerning because you still don't notice the pressure you put on me until I blatantly point it out to you. You talk about starting fresh, but read every message you've written me in the past 24 hours. No changes were made from you in regards to pressure or asking ridiculously loaded questions. Again, I'm trying to put my best foot forward, but you have to make it a little easier. He is being so kind to her.
You need to give me a little break considering I just had surgery. I have no issue with you staying at your own house in general, but I am recovering emotionally and physically, which is nearly impossible to do on my own. I don't think it's asking you too much to be with me. I would have thought you would want to be there to support me. I can try harder too. I need you to want to be the more giving, sacrificing one right now. I am way sick. I can work harder on this. Or after this. Mike?
I've been in meetings, darling. I'm trying to be supportive and also trying to be realistic.
I need you to not be so hard on me this week, okay? I need you there to support me emotionally and physically. I need your help to get through this. I promise you, I will work very hard at not pressure, but this week, I need you to give me a break. Okay? I would really appreciate a response before I go to the doctor. It would mean a lot. Sorry if you're in meetings. Question mark? Question mark?
My God. My husband would set our house on fire if this was me. This feels like pressure. My husband works from home and his office is about 40 feet from me right now, and I still can't go talk to him anytime I want, but it's okay. I like my space. Also, you're gross. Wash your sheets. Oh, God. She saw Fatal Attraction and decided that Glenn Close was the hero. Every day is a new day, and tomorrow is a great day. It's almost like I don't take TR seriously enough to fully remember his words. Just remember, everybody, TR and B-hole. My dad is dying, Laura. So what I'm dealing with So what? I'm dealing with a fake pregnancy and abortion. As her best friend. Oh my God. Finally, the attention, quick response, and validation she deserves. Finally, someone who cares. Right. Where's her mom? Why isn't her mom not helping? I need the language of control. Yes, Jack. Her promises are meaningless. What do you need, Mike? Something Laura never said. Laura will not be ignored. Those question marks are so loaded. Justice for Mr. Bear's arson. Stop it! Literally Mr. Bears, if I text like this. There will be no justice for Mr. Bears. He told me the other day, he's like, I like that your chat is on my side. I'm like, God damn it. I am the star of the show. Her mom is helping her compose some of these texts. If I call or text my husband at work, he assumes it's an emergency, not whining. Right. Or mine is like, I text my husband all day and I'm like, I love you. But other than that, if I'm calling my husband, he knows to pick up because something's happening. Yeah, it's beyond comprehension for sure. It's really clear how mentally unwell she is and how much her limbic system is flaring up just from reading these text messages. It reminds me of a codependent high schooler. I'm feeling PTSD from just listening to this. Poor Mike. Yeah, this is rough. I'm not being hard on you. I said I don't think I can stay at your house because I'm exhausted. And I also asked you to get a letter from the doctor about the procedure. I don't know how that's being hard on you. And about the pressure, I've been dealing with it for a long time and I need be more blatant about pointing it out.
A letter is fine. But you said you would stay. I'm asking you to please spend tonight with me. I'm having an extremely rough time. Please. I mean, I need you for more than last night to get through the abortion. You're expecting me to be perfect right now, and I'm going through hell.
I'm not expecting you to be perfect, nor am I expecting anything. But your actions haven't gotten better over the last 48 hours. Rather, they've gotten worse. I will come to your house tonight.
I need you to think of what I've gone through in the last 24 hours. Good grief.
Fucking Charlie Brown over here. Laura, I know what you've gone through, but you're looking at the small picture. I'm focused on the big picture and seeing nothing that's changed over the last 4 months. You're the one that constantly talks about a fresh start, yet you couldn't even go for one day. Better yet, you couldn't go for an hour. Michael, yes! Yes!
This is exactly what we talked about the other day. We are going to look past the 4 months. If you're judging me based on the last 24 hours, that's completely unfair. Are you upset? This is what I said before. I feel like I can't make you happy. You said you believed I could. You're judging me based on the last 24 hours. That is really hard.
Laura, you read too much into things. This all started because I didn't want to stay at your place tonight, and I asked for what happened in the procedure. You have turned it around into me being too hard on you, which doesn't make sense. Ha! I love that he says, ha, down here. Ha! Mr. Bears is a star like it's Charlie's Angels. I should put like a little voice box. Hi, angels. If I texted like that, DH would use chocolate to lure me to the die. What? Emotional damage. Bruce speaks the truth. Justice, stop it! No one will put up with this. Mike has the patience of a saint. She's happy to have someone who... This music is fucking creeping me out. She's happy to have someone who doesn't want to be there sat next to her. Wild. Yeah. Oh my God, Laura, get a job. Why don't you get a job? A partnership is 2 whole people. Right. Fitting since Laura is... Oh my God. I would lose it on her. I need. What about what Mike needs? She doesn't ask once. She doesn't care. Whenever she mentions him, it's, I want to support you. Right. It's never, but what can I do? And even when she asks and he tells her, she still doesn't like take it into consideration. She doesn't do anything. Laura tends to be like phrase, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, the constant text in hopes to get a response. She cannot respect anybody else's needs. A little more appreciation around here, Mr. Man. Wait, so she isn't even fake pregnant anymore and Mike is still answering? Listen, Mike is the nicest guy in the world. We don't victim blame here. He's just, and I think too, you have to put it in perspective of if this were a woman, right? And I always try to switch this. If this were a woman and Laura was a man, I would absolutely imagine a woman continuing to do this because it's her safety. It's her level of safety. It's her level of care. And I don't disregard that fact with Mike. He's trying to protect himself. He's trying to get out of this unscathed. He's trying to, do whatever he can to get out of this as safely as possible. And that's got to be hard. And, a lot of people are like, well, why is he still talking to her? Clayton went completely no contact and she still found a way to screw him over. So, it's hard. There is no good way to deal with her. No good way. This is haunted forest music. Calls her on her lack of respect, his medical trauma. He goes quiet. Then she spirals and backs off and calls out her own behavior. He reasonably stated his work needs. She whines, be nice to me. Right. I would only have one word to say, ha. It's beyond me the patience these men... Honestly, all 3 of these men showed an astounding amount of patience and grace. He would hold me hostage 4 hours when we'd break up, asking me to say there was a chance we'd be together. I'd give in after hours and say there was a tiny chance, and he'd be instantly happy. Get a job. Earns money, learns some manners, responsibility. Part 2. I think it's a tactic. It's meant to exhaust her victims so they lose their mental faculties. And I don't have the time or energy for other people. And intermittently, she injects love bombing. And it's funny because I'm not sure I believe it's that calculated. I think she just has a desire to be the center of somebody's world. And when they don't give it to her, she takes that as a personal attack. I don't know if I believe her to be so calculated that she's trying to do this to people. I just think she's so self-absorbed that she thinks she deserves that energy from other people. We're trying to logic. There will be no logic here. He's managing her as best he can with what he knows. Right. Probably even us existing is feeding into what Laura wants. Good. Bye, Malin. Do you think her place in California looked like the Mesita? Ugh. I don't want to know. There will be no logic here. There will be no logic. Okay. So we have, this is what we were just on. Is that what we just did? Yes. Okay. So then we move to 9-1. Laura Owens texts Michael Marraccini a doctor's note saying she received the oophorectomy. Is a defeated, trapped man her example of love? Maybe. She has a plan of attack after the rejection. I don't think start calculating it. They learn that it's effective and continue to wrap it up. That's a good point. I'm curious. This question is something that the chat has talked about a lot, and I also agree with you. If she's ever experienced a normal relationship, I do wonder that. I wouldn't put up with this for my own children. So infuriating that she said all of this emotional blackmail and was faking. Right. So here's from Sutter Health. This is from Dr. Rebecca Yee. Which, is this how the other one was signed? Hi, Miss Owens. Yesterday, you received ovary removal surgery, oophorectomy, of your right ovary, as well as a surgical abortion. Due to your recent medical history, I will wait to confirm pregnancy termination until blood work and a follow-up ultrasound are completed. Although there were no complications during this procedure, as you explained to me, you have already experienced emotional side effects such as extreme fatigue, depression, and mood swings. Is extreme fatigue an emotional side effect? That would be a physical side effect, no? These are common, and I would ask your boyfriend to support. These are common, and I would ask your boyfriend to support you. Support your during recovery. Best regards, Rebecca YMD. Laura's idea of relationship is based on what she played with her Barbies and had them do, and she's trying to replicate it in real life, and no one wants to make her the main Barbie. Yeah, I mean, you know what? And I would love to talk to Mike because you never know. I mean, he might have genuinely liked her and wanted to try to have a relationship with her. He also might have been trying to escape until we hear it from him. I need to message him. Her only chance at love. This is not how it works. It's not from a doctor. All the best. We really should have more sympathy. Low head to arts and crafts. A letter from the doctor, all while recovering from a fake oophorectomy. My visit summaries: patient reports emotional side effects from surgery. Patient reports lack of support system. Yeah, would that even be in there? What's the matter? I go out of my way for you. And what thanks do I get? Will I get your stupid paper? But you just better start showing me a little appreciation around here, Mr. Man. Hi, Miss Owens. Yeah, we know it's not from a doctor's office. She spends a lot of time on this, man. This is dedication. Laura Owens claims doctor cannot confirm because her doctors are incompetent. Incompetent. We're bad bitches with pen tattoos and multiple earring poked in their heads. And shaved heads, I'm sure. I swear entire life is in Barbie land. I'm surprised that she did not sign the note from Dr. Midge. Poor Midge. Justice for Midge.
Having a rough night. I went to my follow-up and I guess legally the doctor won't say whether or not the abortion worked, and it's really difficult on me. I just need some support.
Legally, they were inside of you, gave you a medical. What are the chances of a surgical abortion Not where my fucking Google has to be so tired. Surgical abortions are highly effective with a success rate of 98 to 99%. Consequently, failure rates, meaning an ongoing pregnancy or the need to repeat a procedure remain tissue, are extremely low, occurring in only 1 to 2% of cases. Here's from Reddit. Today I learned my abortion didn't work and I'm 20 weeks pregnant. I had an abortion 7 weeks ago. It was surgical and I thought it was odd that I didn't bleed at all. I went for an ultrasound today and the tech was taking a long time to get my images. She kept going over the same spots over and over, and then she called the doctor in, who took the wand and showed me the baby, the 20-week-old perfectly healthy baby. I'm in shock. I have no idea what to do or how to tell my parents. Oh. And then people in the comments, I'm absolutely not trying to sound snarky, but how the hell does a surgical abortion not work? I'm wondering how it would have failed, considering it would have been a DNC or DNE. I just don't understand. Interesting. So, they will note things that sometimes, but it's a summary using you pronouns, a doctor's note as requested, incompetent or non-existent. I doubt she's ever had a normal relationship. I think she used these needy tactics and faked health issues on her parents until she was old enough to date. Smile says she's having a rough night. Punk rock haircut, Barbie. She can't have thought this through. What if she gets the happy ever after? She's going to have to pretend she only has one ovary for the rest of her life. Right. That's another great point. Like if Mike committed to her and they went to the doctor and she was like, "Yeah, you have 2 great ovaries," he'd be like, "Hello?" The voice is a personality within itself. Hi, Jumping Fox. Has to dangle that pregnancy out there. I will take things that doctors would not say for 1 million, please. Or 1 gajillion. I'm surprised she hasn't had a Dr. Phalange. They know immediately by looking at the tissue removed. Right. Also trying to get him to come over so she can sleep with him and be able to continue claiming pregnancy month after month. Don't ever break a law where they have to review your search history. Imagine me trying to explain this in a court of law. Trust me, if a surgical abortion doesn't work, you would know about it. The person I know it happened to describes it in horrific detail, physical and emotional. I bet. Yeah, it's an awful thing to have to go through for whatever reason. For whatever reason. So much of Reddit is fiction. It's Reddit. Take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, you got it. Yep, that's Laura, the medical miracle. She'd tell that sweet summer child it grew back. Her doctor would say her ovary it's like a lizard. She just grows a new tail. Okay, so Laura Owens tells Michael Marraccini if she feels good and supported in the relationship, she will get more procedures to terminate the pregnancy if need be. So this is another surgical abortion. I need to tally these. Because is this then going to be the 3rd surgical abortion that she has? Good Lord. At that point, I would just have the baby and just give it up for adoption if you don't want it that bad. I'm like, I'm done.
Obviously, the main focus of my surgery was getting my ovary out. I'm sure the abortion worked, but I'm just saying, I don't feel like I could get anything else done if I had to at this point because I'm really overwhelmed and not feeling supported or special. Hello? If I feel good and supported with us, it's not even a question in my mind about what I want to do if I had to do anything else. But I start to second guess myself when I feel like I'm guiding this relationship and making it happen on my own. And then I start thinking, quote, well, this isn't going to work anyway, so What should I do if I'm on my own? Unquote. So it's really important to me, if I am someone you see a future with, that you make me feel that way. You crushed me the other night. You know what I'm talking about. This isn't about I love you at all. But I'm saying that was a sign to me that I don't mean a lot to you. And it really hurts my feelings and made me go into my appointment with a not so confident mindset. This really hurts. I'm lying in bed feeling completely alone. I've been waiting on you to call and it's just not happening. I'm trying to be patient. I just don't have the strength to do this again if I had to. You're not being supportive or trying your best to be the best boyfriend. I'm going through so much right now. It kills me that you don't seem to see that. I love this. A little while later. Right now, I 100% could not do anything related to an abortion based on the support I am getting. I need more. I need a drink.
Ugh. What? Misery's alive. What is this? She still wasn't pregnant. She still wasn't pregnant. Also, the doctor saying your boyfriend should support you. My doctor visit summaries never mentioned anything similar. But from therapy, it'll focus on what I do, expand support now. Right. Right. I really want to talk to the coach that taught Michael's health class when he learned about reproduction. Always wanting to feel special. I guess that's a side effect when your parents are famous and your achievements are mediocre at best, Jack. Mediocre. She has 0 achievements. She wants them to say what she wants them to say. Right. You know. She always acts like she might break up with Mike, which is hilarious. She's always trying. This is so immature. It hurt my feelings. She can't read the room. She can't read the room. She can't read a text. She can't read. A few moments later, it's 9 a.m. here, and I need shots for this. Exactly. She does love a good percentage. She loves a good percentage. Can you imagine the strength of will it took? Yeah. I cannot imagine the anger that was felt in that room at that time. I just texted my husband hello just to see what he said. He hollered from his office at the front of the house. Hello, how you doing? It's so funny. Good Lord. Laura Owens is still claiming she's concerned about, oh God, last abortion. And then at 11:15, I got to go to get my little buddy off the Mike Wazowski bus.
Ooh, Jamaican food. I want some. Are you back today or tomorrow? Do you want to do something tomorrow? Question mark? Question mark? Just so I can plan?
I want you to know I was irritated with you. I woke up yesterday and your go to trial mixtape popped up in my head and said, yes! Yes! Scientists have discovered a new leech in the Southwest called the Laura Owens. Mike, probably not since I'm sick.
So you leave Tuesday? So you aren't planning on seeing me for a week? Really? I mean, can we just hang out? I don't understand why you're being so cold to me and acting like I'm an idiot. I meant do something as in get together.
I thought you meant, are we going somewhere? Laura, I already told you that I would see you before I left.
I'm really struggling about this. And instead of being caring, you are treating me like a complete afterthought, which is fine if you're dealing with stuff. But then at least try to be sweet when you're talking to me.
What are you talking about?
Exactly what I texted you about after my appointment on Friday. The doctor won't give me confirmation. And I'm saying if I had to have anything done, I can't do it without support. And right now, I am feeling the opposite of that from you.
You seem pretty confident that you're still pregnant after going through a procedure already.
I'm not confident. I just don't know. I don't understand why you're acting so dismissive about me. And it would mean a lot to me if you could be supportive.
I'm not. I told you I'm busy, Laura. It's like you don't get it.
You told me you were going to call me yesterday at 2:30, and I was patient. And then the call never came, nor did you respond to texts. I get that you're busy. But if you're going to be too busy to call, you could have at least told me that instead of making me feel forgotten, especially considering what we are going through. I honestly don't know if I could go through it again. I'm really upset and wound up about this. I don't have a good feeling based on my appointment. What do you want me to do? Mike, can you please respond? I've been patient this afternoon. Hello? I'm stressed out to the point of not being able to stop crying. I was so upset I went to my parents and have been chatting with my dad to try to calm me down. This situation is so stressful. Can you please at least respond?
I'll be there to help you out. What time on Tuesday?
12:50.
Which location?
Walnut Creek. I don't know about me driving after the procedure, but maybe I won't have kicked in by then.
She irritates the shit out of me. You know what's funny is my husband pops into chat. Hi, if you're in here, Mr. Bacon Bears. And he was like, I had to stop on my truck, so I just let your thing play in my truck. And I'm like, the thought of my husband listening to me read these texts in this voice is so cringe. I didn't even think about that. I'm like, how do you come home and look at me? Plantains are ready. It plays in my day all head, in my head all day. I want to send you saying question mark to my family because they do that to me. I'll have to clip it. I want to bite because that's what I hear in my head from now on. Aki and saltfish are my favorite. When you have to beg for attention, he's just not that into you. I wonder if she ever listens to these streams. Good. Hi. It's funny how she knows exactly what they really feel because she says it. She does. She does. I've never heard of a abortion confirmation letter. I have to tell you, if I went to a doctor and my husband was like, I'm going to need proof, I'd punch him right in the dick. What? Imagine if somebody asked you as a regular human being for like proof of something that happened. I fell in love with ceviche when I went to Belize. That's the food that's been on my brain lately. I've never made it. Can't be too. So when I went to Jamaica, they made jerk chicken. I ate it every day. And I'm like, I just strive for that again. We can't hang out, Laura, because you still have half a fetus hanging out of your uterus. He should have gone full beast mode and said, because, bitch, I can't stand you. Right. Girl, turn off your phone and go brush a pony. Oh, yeah, she's being really patient. Right. You don't want me to tell you what I do. Her makes me so happy. If only it were real. They are the nicest people ever. I would like to go back there again. Mr. Man. I just had an epiphany. Does Laura confuse being patient with being a patient? Good point. Good point. Hey, Mr. Man, I have tons of responses she wouldn't like. Has anyone ever told her the things that we would say to her? She wouldn't like what I had to say to her. I am not kind. People like Laura only think about what's going on now. They don't think about the future or the consequences of their actions. It's all about how I can get my way now. That's a great point. When I was in Jamaica, I pretty much ate jerk chicken every day also. That was one of the most beautiful experiences I've ever had. It was really great. I'm going to have to go in a couple minutes. So let's write down where we were at so we can do. It's also going to be an 8:30 stream tomorrow because I got to get my son off the bus, and I don't have my babysitter for tomorrow because she's got college stuff she's going to do. What did we just do? Uh-oh. Which one did we just... Oh, we did 9:14. So tomorrow we will start at 9:16. Okay, so this is 9:16, and this is her HCG levels. Great. Levels. And this is an 8:30 stream tomorrow morning. It was the worst. Oh no. I'm so sorry that happened to you. So we'll do that tomorrow. Oh, I promised you guys something. And I had it planned. So give me 1 second. Central Time. Yes. Ew, early. I know. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I need to have like a church overlay. I'm going to make a church overlay for when we go to church. But it's time. We've missed church. So everybody, go ahead and put your hands together. Brothers and sisters, gather close today as we bear witness to a miracle. Not the miracle of childbirth. No. We have insurance for that. We're here today to speak of something far more divine, far more inexplicable, and far more legally inadvisable. We are here to speak of the twin immaculate conception. The twin immaculate conception, for the uninitiated, is when someone does something so impossible, so cosmically improbable, that not one but two explanations are offered simultaneously, and somehow both of them are wrong. In the beginning, there was a lie, and the lie was good. But lo! It was not good enough. And so the universe, in its infinite mercy, said, let there be a second lie. And the two lies walked the earth side by side, arm in arm, occasionally contradicting each other, and yet somehow each one asking to be believed with its whole chest. Let us consider the woman who said she was home all evening, pregnant, and also, what did I write? Also that she has the receipts. I can't even read my own writing. That she has the receipts by real doctors. The congregation says, blessed are the vague, for they shall confuse everyone. And we must, as a congregation, receive it with the reverence it deserves. We must look upon it with the unblinking eye of Dave, who is absolutely going to love this. Go in peace. Go in curiosity. Go subscribe. And just go have a good time. And also just go and not be pregnant by anybody. Dave, we pray. Let's see. The lies divided like the loaves and fishes praise Dave. Hi, Lawless. It's Central Time, so you're all good, Bacon. All right. You guys are the best. I have to go get my baby. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Bye-bye.